I was blown away. I had always heard because Ben Silverman and Chris Grant were my mentors, bosses in this business, and Ben, I mean, I think he still calls himself the mayor of Cannes, and I hear other people say it as well. And Chris was making a name for himself very early on. This was 2003, and they spoke so fondly of Cannes and the market and the Croisette and La Pizza and La Machu. And I remember as an assistant booking these reservations for them and being so excited to just hear these names and know that I was going to be going to these places and coming here. I remember it was a beautiful sunny day when I landed in Tunis, and I remember thinking to myself, this is why I'm in this business. This is amazing. And then showing up at the Croisette and walking around, and of course they knew everybody. And I remember saying to myself, I aspire to one day be able to walk down the street and have people either stop me or me stop people, because I'll know enough people to do that. And I was from day one I was enamored and blown away by this place. We see everybody. I mean, we have 7 sales executives with us this year, and everybody has a meeting every half hour starting at 9 a.m. going until 6 p.m. and then a drink at 6, a drink at 7, dinner at 8, and then drinks again at midnight. And it's where you see everybody in the world. You see every buyer, and we get a ton of business done. And so it's a great place for us to launch our big shows and to remind people of our past ones and really do as much. We do more business here than we do anywhere else. We started Electus International. I started January 1st, and that was the start of Electus International. And we looked at MIP-TV a couple months away and said to ourselves, what are we going to do? Do we get in the past at Reveille, we started off in the tiniest booth in the bottom basement. And I remember it was so small that we really had one desk, and Chris and I were back to back doing meetings. And I was speaking this way, he was speaking that way, and we really were in a booth for one person and selling. And we quickly were able to kind of build our company, and revenue started coming in, our profile started to raise, and we continually moved up the ladder until we ended up in Laren's Hall at Shine International. And so we came into MIP-TV this past April and thought to ourselves, do we get a regular booth, or do we really make a splash and show everybody that we're here and that we've arrived, and go overboard and get a huge booth? And we went overboard and got a huge booth. Yeah. But we had to. It was about the credibility, and it was about people walking through the halls and seeing us next to every other major distributor, and us not only telling people that we're as big as every other distributor out there, because we are, and we have the content for it, but actually being able to show it through a booth in a location. You get to the market, you're energized, you're excited, you can't wait to do those drinks at the Grand or end up at the Martinez, or who knows where you end up late night. Yeah. And then when you leave the market, you're like, I never want to do that again. I never want to have another week like I had. And for the next 2 or 3 months, you feel like I'm never going to do that again, never going to do it again. But then all of a sudden, you start to gear up for MIP, and you get those first emails in from people saying, I'd love to set a meeting. And you start thinking to yourself, all right, I can do this again. And you gear up, and it's another market, it's another crazy week. A lot of our business gets done late night, after dinners, at drinks, just meeting people, talking to people. We've done output deals. We've bought companies. We've done first look deals with companies that we happen to by chance meet at a drink on the Grand Lawn or at the Martinez Piano Bar. It's the place where you really feel innovation is happening, that people are looking for new ways of doing things, looking for change. The status quo doesn't work, because this is a place where things are going to launch for the first time. This is where they launch it. And so it really is a place for innovators to come and make a name for themselves and for whatever they're bringing to the market.